So here, at this point in the critical 12, we're going to be looking at how to defend against the position of authority that I call the side mount. When my opponent has a side mount, I have to have a handful of answers to give him, and I have to hit one after the other in any random way, depending on the situation, until I get out from under his side control. I can't allow that. So we're going to take a look at different situations and how we would do that. All right? Okay, here we go. So typical side control position. I've fallen under his body weight. He's got his knee in here, and then he's here, and ideally I shouldn't be getting caught flat on my back. I also ideally would like this hand to not really be out here like this, but I prefer it tucked away in here. And we'll go over that later. Notice how my forearm runs across his chest here and a little bit on his neck, because later on I'm going to use this type of motion to help me, as well as this type of pushing to help me. And that's why it's important to put that arm that way if you can get it. This arm in here on his hip, and ideally a little bit off to my side like this. This is a position I can defend. Notice here I'm going to move my feet out just a little bit so I can arch up as I push these arms, and I've arched onto my shoulder, and then I'm rotating my hips out and away from him before I drop them away. Okay? Now I can do two things. I've created space so I can draw this leg through and in theory bring him back into either an open guard or full guard, whatever I need to work here. Okay? The other option, once I create all this space, is to duck my head, control here the hips, walk out in this direction, go to my belly, and begin a backing out routine. All right. Now here, the typical response will be to follow me, and notice how I'm looking to intercept an arm 2 on 1. Okay, to keep him from locking. As I pull down, I pop my head up. Okay, and then this is what I call a link in the critical 12. These links make all the difference sometimes in a match. I drag. I use an arm drag there. Now that I'm in position, I will go for some sort of breakdown, or possibly to take his back. All right? One more time there.